Roanoke Island was the site of an attempted English colony in the late 16th century. In 1587, a group of 117 colonists, including men, women, and children, settled on Roanoke Island. The entire colony vanished without a trace, becoming one of the most enduring mysteries in American history. There were no signs of struggle or any clear indication of what happened to the missing colonists. The disappearance of the Roanoke colonists remains unexplained, fueling speculation and historical debate. The single word Croatoan, carved into a wooden post, represents the only tangible clue left behind by the lost colonists. This cryptic message has fueled speculation and theories surrounding the fate of the Roanoke colonists for centuries. The absence of additional messages or signs amplifies the mystery and uncertainty surrounding the disappearance. The carved word serves as a focal point for ongoing investigations and historical analysis. Sir Walter Raleigh envisioned establishing an English colony in the New World. Raleigh's ambitions centered on expanding English influence and securing resources. The Roanoke settlement was initially motivated by the promise of wealth and strategic advantage. Establishing a colony in the New World would provide England with new trade opportunities. The colonization effort aimed to establish a permanent English presence and challenge Spanish dominance. Early colonists faced significant logistical challenges during transatlantic voyages. Voyages across the Atlantic were fraught with inherent risks and dangers. The journey presented challenges in maintaining adequate supplies of food and water. Navigational uncertainties increased the peril and extended the duration of the voyage. The initial Roanoke colonists faced significant challenges, including conflicts with native tribes. Dwindling supplies exacerbated the colonists' hardships in the New World. The combination of conflict and scarcity led to the first group's decision to return to England. Early encounters between colonists and Native Americans were marked by misunderstanding and tension. The Roanoke colony's struggle highlights the precariousness of early colonial settlements. John White led a second group of colonists back to Roanoke Island. The returning colonists included John White's daughter and granddaughter, Virginia Dare. Virginia Dare was the first English child born in the Americas. John White's leadership was crucial in the establishment and attempted sustainment of the Roanoke colony. The return aimed to reinforce the existing colony and establish a permanent English presence in the New World. The fate of the Roanoke colony remains one of the great mysteries of early American history. The Anglo-Spanish War caused significant delays in supply shipments to Roanoke. Military conflicts diverted resources and ships, hindering White's return. The delay in supplies had critical consequences for the Roanoke colonists. The war's impact on maritime routes increased the risk of voyages. The prioritization of war efforts over colonial support led to prolonged isolation. The delayed return exacerbated the challenges faced by the Roanoke settlement. The absence of struggle or violence deepens the mystery surrounding the Roanoke colony's disappearance. The lack of signs of conflict suggests the colonists did not meet a violent end on Roanoke Island. Upon White's return, the colony was deserted, with no clear indication of the colonists' fate. The Roanoke mystery is characterized by the complete disappearance of the colonists without any apparent cause. The fate of the Roanoke colonists remains one of history's most enduring, unsolved mysteries. Roanoke Island is geographically positioned near Croatoan Island, now known as Hatteras Island. The proximity of Croatoan Island to Roanoke Island suggests a potential destination or interaction point. The carved message, Croatoan, indicates a possible relocation or interaction with the Croatoan people. Historical maps reveal the Croatoan tribe's presence on Hatteras Island and their interactions with early settlers. The message may imply the Roanoke colonists sought refuge or integration with the Croatoan community. Further investigation of Hatteras Island may reveal archaeological evidence related to the lost colonists. Archaeological efforts on Roanoke Island face challenges due to the limited physical evidence available. Interpreting the archaeological record requires careful analysis and contextual understanding. The scarcity of artifacts makes it difficult to reconstruct a complete picture of the past. Archaeological interpretation involves piecing together fragmented information to form a cohesive narrative. The archaeological record provides a glimpse into the lives and experiences of past inhabitants. Peaceful integration suggests the possibility of colonists assimilating into Native American communities. Assimilation involves the adoption of cultural practices and social norms of the local community. Successful integration requires mutual respect and understanding between different cultures. Potential benefits of assimilation include cultural enrichment and social harmony. However, assimilation also presents challenges, such as the loss of unique cultural identities. Alternative theories suggest forced absorption or enslavement of colonists by Native American tribes. The vulnerability of colonists created opportunities for exploitation by Native American tribes. Conflict between colonists and Native American tribes may have led to forced assimilation. The potential for conflict significantly impacted the power dynamics between colonists and Native Americans. Enslavement represents a harsh reality that some colonists may have faced within Native American societies. Forced absorption implies a loss of cultural identity and autonomy for enslaved colonists. Disease outbreaks, such as influenza, could have significantly reduced the Roanoke colony's population. The close living quarters and limited medical knowledge of the colonists increased their vulnerability to infectious diseases. Measles, introduced through contact with European explorers, could have spread rapidly among the unexposed colonists. A weakened population due to disease would have been more susceptible to starvation and conflict. The rapid spread and high mortality rate of diseases could have led to the colony's disappearance. The Roanoke colonists heavily relied on agriculture for sustenance. Crop failure due to environmental factors posed a significant threat to their survival. A lack of food supply could lead to famine among the Roanoke colonists. The colonists' dependence on a single food source made them vulnerable to environmental changes. Unpredictable weather patterns could devastate the crops, resulting in widespread hunger. The fragility of the food supply underscored the precariousness of the Roanoke colony's existence. Prolonged drought conditions can severely impact agricultural yields. Crop failure due to drought can lead to food scarcity and potential famine. Water scarcity is a direct consequence of prolonged drought, affecting both drinking water and irrigation. Drought conditions can disrupt the delicate balance of the local ecosystem. The lack of water resources can lead to increased competition and conflict within a community. Historical data suggests severe droughts occurred during the time of the Roanoke settlement. The theory of Spanish intervention suggests a potential raid or capture of the Roanoke colony. Historical context reveals Anglo-Spanish conflict in the region during the time of the Roanoke colony. Spanish ships navigating the Atlantic posed a threat to English settlements like Roanoke. The Roanoke colony's vulnerability made it a potential target for Spanish aggression. A raid or capture of Roanoke could have been motivated by strategic or economic gains for Spain. The Anglo-Spanish rivalry created a volatile environment for early English settlements in the New World. The proximity of Spanish settlements to Roanoke highlights the region's strategic importance. Spanish presence in the area created a potential for involvement in the Roanoke colony's fate. The map illustrates the geographical context of Roanoke within the sphere of Spanish influence. Understanding the geopolitical landscape is crucial to interpreting the events surrounding the Roanoke colony. Colonial dwellings on Roanoke Island were vulnerable to attack due to limited defensive capabilities. Settlers had minimal fortifications, such as rudimentary fences, offering little protection against potential threats. The lack of advanced weaponry left the colonists defenseless against well-equipped adversaries. Geographic isolation further compounded the settlers' vulnerability, hindering timely reinforcements or aid. The combination of inadequate defenses and isolation made the Roanoke colonists highly susceptible to external dangers. The Roanoke colony's disappearance remains one of history's most enduring mysteries. Historians analyze various theories to explain the Roanoke colonists' fate, including assimilation with native tribes. Environmental factors, such as drought, may have contributed to the colony's failure and subsequent abandonment. Other theories suggest conflict with native populations or internal strife as potential causes for the colony's demise. The Roanoke mystery highlights the profound psychological impact of unexplained disappearances on collective consciousness. Unsolved disappearances tap into fundamental human anxieties regarding safety, control, and the unknown. The ambiguity inherent in the Roanoke case fuels speculation and allows for diverse interpretations, perpetuating its intrigue. Human fascination with the Roanoke mystery stems from a deep-seated desire to find patterns and meaning in seemingly random events. The Roanoke mystery serves as a canvas for projecting societal fears and anxieties onto a historical event, transforming it into a cultural myth. Historical documents related to the Roanoke colony provide primary source information. Primary sources may contain limitations due to the perspectives and biases of their creators. The information presented in historical documents is influenced by the author's background and intentions. Analysis of historical documents requires critical evaluation to account for potential inaccuracies. Understanding the context surrounding a document is essential for accurate historical interpretation. Roanoke Island's remote location presented significant logistical challenges for early colonists. The island's isolation amplified the difficulties in obtaining supplies and reinforcements from England. Limited communication with the outside world contributed to the mystery surrounding the colony's disappearance. The geographical challenges of Roanoke Island played a crucial role in the fate of the early settlers. Roanoke Island at night presents a landscape of profound darkness. The darkness amplifies the vulnerability of the Roanoke settlement. Potential dangers lurk unseen within the island's dense foliage. The colonists faced unknown threats in the darkness of the New World. The night obscures the boundaries between the known and the unknown. The vulnerability of the settlement was heightened by its isolation. The Roanoke mystery continues to captivate researchers and historians. Diverse interpretations of the available evidence fuel ongoing debate. Limited primary sources contribute to the ambiguity surrounding the colony's fate. Speculation ranges from environmental factors to interactions with Native American tribes. Roanoke Island remains an unsolved historical mystery. The disappearance of the Roanoke colonists prompts ongoing research and debate. Theories surrounding the colony's fate range from assimilation to conflict. Archaeological evidence offers clues but no definitive answers. The empty beach serves as a haunting reminder of the enduring enigma.